I always catch myself on mute, man. What's going on, everybody? This your boy Slick 50, man. Back with another video. I ain't done one in a long time, but I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I know I said I wasn't gonna get in the middle of all that Teofimo stuff, man, because I ain't like the way everybody was, you know, picking and choosing. But people told me they don't see how they're picking and choosing. All right. Picking and choosing is trying to equate something to say that trying to pick something to justify that Teofimo's right in some sort of manner. Like, oh, he's just trying to sell fights. Oh, he's just trying to do this. If that's how you feel, fine. What you eat don't make me shit. But I want to say it was about 2 days ago, but I'm just seeing this. The president of the WBA put out a tweet, and it kind of caught me like, please don't do it. Let's go on and take it there, man. We're going to take it to Twitter real quick. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. If I ain't lost it. All right, right here. If you see, I don't know if y'all can see my cursor, but it was a guy that was basically saying for the racist stuff that Ryan Garcia did. You know, he was asking them, can they do that to Teofimo, right? You can see where he said, hey, Oliver, where is the statement about Teofimo's actions? Blase, blase. Gustavo said, hello, sir. We will convene next week to address this matter and other relevant events. Rest assured, we will carefully investigate any and all potential violations of our rules, regardless the fighter and proceed. Regardless the fighter and proceed in accordance with due process guarantees. And then he said week. I guess he meant to put a 1 week or something like that. So when I saw that, I was like, Lord, please, no. We don't want that. And I'm going to tell you why we don't want that. We don't want that because I don't want them to take the belt from him. See, that's what people want. They want him to get the easy way out. I don't believe in that, right? At first, I was like, yeah, don't get him paid, but salute to my boy Nine in a major way. You know, this is a hurt sport. Why do we want somebody to do something to Teofimo outside the ring when it could very much so happen in the ring? So I don't want nobody to strip him. I promise you, please, WBO, don't strip him. What you do is you put him in the ring ASAP with somebody that possibly gonna give him the business, that deserves to be in the ring with him and give him the business. We all know Keyshawn was on Twitter, called him out, asked Turkey to get the fight going, X, Y, and Z after his upcoming fight. You know what I'm saying? With damn, I forgot who Keyshawn fight, but yeah, he wants to fight him next after that. But man, let me tell you something. I would like to see him in there with Matthias. He didn't want to fight Matthias for a reason. Right? Matthias finna fight Puyo. After that fight, put him in the ring with Matthias. And make him take that smoke. Make him take it with somebody. That's the way I look at it, bro. I don't want to see him stripping. I want to see somebody whoop his ass. That's just me, right? Because this is boxing. This is boxing. You know what I'm saying? Now, as for my opinion, based on, like I said, people justifying this, I don't agree with what nobody said. There's a couple people on here, I'm gonna point them out, such as Punch Drunk. I believe it's Punch Drunk. I believe it is. We gonna go to it right now. Let's just go to it, man. We're gonna go to it, and I'm gonna show you. All right, Gustavo had made another comment 4 hours ago. You see what he said right here? See, he was reacting to what people are like. They're trying to justify racism. Many celebrities believe that trash talking will attract followers. They may be correct. I do agree with that. Controversy sells, right? Then he also states, but such trash talking should never dissolve into comments about race. That is very important because people can't distinct the difference for some reason all of a sudden, right? Or with prejudice or prejudice. Prejudice and racism is the same. Is it the same thing? Neither. Racism should not be tolerated in any language. If you are a world champion, your skill will do the talking. Can't say it no better. Then he puts two. That attracts followers as well. If you're a racist, the WBO is no place for you. To hell with racism. Who the cap fits, let them wear it. And I'm with that, bro. 100% right. And there was somebody in here that like, hold on, man, where you at? Where are you at? Maybe they were trying to compare. Hold on, bro. They were trying to compare this to violence. Oh my God, man, where did it go? That was attached by say black. Bro, why can't I find it? And it was just here. It's like it's all jumbled up now. Uh, okay, this is right here. CPAD. This is what he said. You seem more outraged by a racial slur than the violent threats, and not and that's not just inconsistent. It's troubling. All right, now this whoever CPAD is, salutes to you, but you're backwards, bro. In this instance, how do you say something like that and don't understand that that racial slur invokes violence? He goes on to talk about in this right here. You guys can find it and read it. But he goes and talk about nobody said nothing about when Bud threatened him. Why did Bud threaten him? Why did Bud? There wasn't no threat. He just said that he met him. He said, "I'm here at the ring. We could fight." Simple as that. If Bud wanted to do something to him, he would have did to him when he caught him and made him apologize. Right? Or am I wrong? Simple as that. You interpreting what him being at a ring mean just fist. It could have been sparring. Put headgear on and just beat his ass. That's boxing, right? They do that shit anyways, right? We watch sparring on YouTube all the time. And they go in, they going in hard. It ain't even situational sparring. So, like, what are you talking about? But for you not to understand, Mr. CPAD, that a racial slur can invoke violence, bro. Like, it's not the other way around usually when it comes to racism. And that word is a big no-no, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not understanding how people don't see that. And it was another one on here I wanted just to show you why I don't want to get in the midst of that, because you go run to a whole lot of idiots on here where people are taking these stances and it's not making any sense. And why argue with folks like that, right? Um, man, I'm not gonna be able to find it. I know I'm not. There was one more. One freaking more, bro. I'm not finding it. I'm not. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it was Punch Drunk. Um, he killed me with this right here where he says, no fighter is racist. Yet fighters trash talk to entice, build, and promote a potential lucrative fight. Trash talk. Again, that has nothing to do with being racist. Positive or negative has nothing to do with being racist. The hero versus the villain has nothing to do with being racist. It's been the fabric to entice a fight in the history of the sport. Just like Hopkins dropping the PR flag, that has nothing to do with being racist. Yet in the end, as a boxing community, we know the motive. This is the boxing common sense. Boxing fans has the thickest skin for this. For what? Racism? See, that's where you start to like, oh, this is okay, right? Now, there was one thing here I do agree with you on. That's the Mayweather stuff, because I remember seeing it on TV myself, and I was like, boy, you better stop that. But from Tyson want to eat Lewis kids, not racism. Mayweather calling Pacquiao yellow chop to cook his rice. That was, yeah, borderline racism. That was some stereotypical borderline racism. That was. That one, yeah. Ali calling his opponent Uncle Tom. That is not racist. Even within the Latino community, Hoya and Chavez, you are not a real Mexican narrative or whatever the case may be. Still, that's not racism. It's boxing. Exactly. But calling somebody the N word with the hard ER, that's racism, bro. And for you to be repetitive, for people try to give you a understanding of you may got that off living in New York, but that doesn't fly all over the world. Me myself, I'm from Missouri. That's not happening around here. That's not. You try that, and everybody, if you in the store, everybody's gonna turn around and look at you like you can't do that. Like 100%. So, and I learned that living in California, living all over, that certain things you say just don't fly everywhere, right? And then you said it's is understandable green light. No, it's not. Black fighters wearing Mexican attire to pinch the nerves of Mexicans. Yeah, that is not racist though. What if that black fighter you so called thought was black was actually Mexican or live his half his life in Mexico? You don't know. But one has to assume, right? But that even if that wasn't, that's still not racist. Nicknames like the Mexican executioner. That is not racist. That's all through boxing, and it's never been like that, bro. All that chaos before the fight, which builds the fight, ends in a handshake, congrats, and hugs because it's boxing. All that shit you named was boxing, except the Mayweather shit, bro. That's boxing, but none of that has to do with racism. And brother, you know very well, not everyone has the luxury to just sell fights based on what they do in the ring. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Hence, Bud Crawford, the number one pound for pound boxer. We see what's happening with that. They got him like at number 3, but he is number 1 though, 100%. And everybody sees what the man does, and he's relevant as hell. And you know, people hate on it. So I do agree. I agree with that. And amongst other fighters too, though, not just Bud. He just came to mind first. Um, is what also comes out of their mouth. That is true. But not racism though, bro. Again, you're trying to equate all of this stuff with racism. If we're going to start regulating trash talk and language, no, we're not regulating trash talk and language. If I be like, fuck your mama, you ain't shit, and start talking about you and you uneducated, blah, 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 blah. We just going at it, talking mad shit. I whoop your ass, woo, woo, woo. That's not racism. But if you get on stage and be like, you fucking nah, no, 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 no. You just took it over. That's like every race has a major slur. Like you just don't touch. Like for Mexicans, I'm not gonna say it, but that WB, you wet. Yeah, you don't do that, bro. You just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We know the equivalent of the Mexican term to us, right? That mayate, I think that's how you say it. That's a no go. That's a no fly zone. Puerto Ricans, everybody has that one. You don't hear boxers, black boxers talking about you fucking WB. Like, no, you don't do that. Like, how are you trying to equate this? This is why I didn't want to get in this type of conversation. And this is why when I was live, I was like, this shit just makes no sense. I don't want the WBO to strip him, even though I know he did wrong. I'd rather them serve him up to Matthias, somebody I know for a fact that he dodged twice, and get him. I think it was twice, right? February, and I think he was supposed they had scheduled it back for Heisman. It was something like that. It was a while ago. But serve him up to him. Like put him in an immediate fight. And if he choose not to and he dropped the belt, fine. You get what I'm saying? But other than that, man, nah, bro. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Right here. This you justifying this is crazy. And this is why he feels like it's okay to do this and it's not okay. If you the way you talking about Teofimo right now is as if I feel like you really care about him, like you're close to them, then you need to be telling that man that he wrong. Because he's had uh, um conversations when he didn't say it with the ER and people was like they getting offended by it, like that's not cool. His reply was, well, we do that in New York. We do. You're not in New York, you're in Vegas. Simple as that. And I know some do it on the West Coast. But if you travel to the Midwest, you take your butt to Georgia, you're not gonna get that off like that. So if you any type of real family, maybe he your family, be honest with him, bro. I would. Like that don't make no sense, bro. For you to equate all this stuff in here. Like I said, I agree with you with the Mayweather stuff. I never forget on ESPN. It was one of 24/7. Like, you better go make me some rice. That shit was dead wrong, bro. But the rest of this stuff, it's not the same, bro. It's not. If we're going to start regulating trash talk and language, just scrap half the of high invested fighters in America. Trash talk, troll jokes is a part of promo, Not every joke hits. Yet let's not start acting like protesters at Dave Chappelle shows. Not making no sense. Troll, and for one, that troll thing is a slippery slope, bro. That ain't it. That troll word. Now, trash talking is one. If I know you trash talking, cool. Jokes, cool. You out here, I'm from the loop. We call it joning. Trolling though, that's where you skating. Cause some people use that word like and say some hurtful stuff and just think, oh, I was just trolling. No, 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 no. It don't work like that. So like, if that's what you try and run that up under, that ain't it. But you only got one valid statement out of this entire book you wrote on here, bro. And it's more. It just keeps going. You know what I'm saying? It's some that got sense on here, bro. Like they just saying some action should be taken, or this, that, and the third, or whatever. But some people even saying strip him, like Kid Free, strip him. Nope. Don't do that. Let somebody, hey, get their shot. That's how I feel. It's because your number gonna come. Even if the next person don't get him, his number gonna come, bro. People like that don't do well. They don't fare well. You feel me? So, and I know this video probably a little longer than what the heck I wanted it to be. But nonetheless, man, I hope y'all enjoyed it. But I hope y'all get where I'm coming from. And I ain't gonna lie, salute the punch drunk. I mess with him though. I just don't agree with that. I mess with him though, but I don't agree with that right there, bro. That's what's wrong. People want to equate things. There's a difference between being a racist, prejudice, and jokes, bro, and trash talking, and so on and so forth. It's not all the same. I can't come to heck. I don't even know the racial slur for Puerto Ricans, but because I don't think like that. But by me living in California, I know they don't play with that wet B. They don't play with that, bro. That's a no. Just like the N word with the hard ER. Nah, with the A, you might get a pass, G. But depending who you around, for real, depending who you around. But with that hard ER, nah, bro. And for him to take the A off and put the ER, and for somebody or many people on here, I don't want to see people out on X or whatever, but to equate that like that's all right, that's the problem. So you gonna let a dummy be a dummy? Keep letting them be dumb until somebody actually touches him. Y'all worried about him being stripped or some type of action taken, being the WBO making them accountable, but it don't have to go that way. Like that's that man's safety, bro. And if he don't really mean that and he's really doing that to garner attention, which I ain't gonna lie, I feel that's what he's doing. I feel like it's the wrong thing to do, bro. Your friends, loved ones, you don't nobody love Teofimo then. Because if everybody around him love Teofimo, they be telling you tripping, bro. You tripping, right? Especially when he put the ER on there. Well, that's all I got. What say you? Let me know what you think down in the comments, bro. Um, Stay tuned for more content. I believe on the 17th, my suspension is lifted on YouTube. We'll be back going live on GMT Sports. Until then, make sure you come catch the live show on SLK50 TV. All right, I'm up out of here. Y'all be easy. Deuces.